Hello students, your history teacher Mrs. Batul Sabuwala will be doing with the political science chapter number 3, that is India's defense system. We have already seen about army, navy and air force. Now we will be seeing about the paramilitary forces. Paramilitary forces. There are paramilitary forces to help the defense forces in India. They are neither completely military force nor completely civil forces. Hence they are called paramilitary forces. Their main task is to help the defense forces. Defense force को help करना उनका main काम है. Now it is the border security force, the coast guard, the central reserve police force, rapid action force are some of the paramilitary forces. The paramilitary forces are responsible for the security of important locations like railway stations, oil depots, water reserves, etc. Similarly, they play a role in management of disaster, whether natural or man-made. कभी भी कोई disaster आता है तो वहाँ पे वो लोग हेल्प करने के लिए जाते हैं. The responsibility of protecting India's internal border forces during peace time also rests with the paramilitary forces. The border security force perform tasks like creating a sense of security in the minds of people living in area near the border, preventing smuggling, patrolling the border, etc. तो जो borders पे होते हैं, they are border security force. Now the Coast Guard force, they are at the coastline. The Coast Guard has created to protect India's oceanic border. The Coast Guard carries out tasks like protecting the fishing occupation within India maritime borders, preventing smuggling along the sea routes, etc. Then the Central Reserve Police Force helps the administration in various states to maintain law and order. The next one is the Rapid Action Force, perform the task of bringing people's life to normalcy by moving in quickly in incidents of threat to national security such as bomb blasts or riots. जब भी bomb blast riots होता है तो Rapid Action Force जो है वो लोगों को help करने आते हैं. The National Cadet Corps, that is NCC, has been established with the purpose of instilling among students a love of disciplines and military training. Boys and girls students from school and colleges can join the NCC. अगर हम school level पे NCC boys और girls को join कर सकते हैं. Now the next is Home Guards. This organization was established in the pre-independence period, मतलब before independence. Citizens can join the Home Guard and assist in the defense of the country. Any citizen, man or woman, between the age of 20 to 35 years can join the Home Guard. This force has the following task. Number 1, maintaining public security. Number 2, supply of milk. Number 3, water and other essential services during riots or strikes. Number 4, to regulate traffic. Number 5, to help people at the time of natural disaster like floods, earthquakes, etc. So, all these paramilitary forces are there to help us at different places. जैसे बॉर्डर में है बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स, कोस्ट लाइन पे है द कोस्ट गार्ड फोर्स. अगर हमारे स्टेट्स में लॉ एंड ऑर्डर अगर हमें मेंटेन करना है तो उसके लिए है द सेंट्रल रिजर्व फोर्सेस, पुलिस फोर्सेस. एंड अगर कोई इमरजेंसी होता है जैसे बॉम्ब ब्लास्ट होता है या ऐसी कोई चीज़ होती है तो वहाँ पे फास्ट रैपिड एक्शन फोर्स आ जाते हैं लोगों को हेल्प करने के लिए. यही नहीं, ये जो हमें जो मिलिट्री का ये जो जज्बा है, ये जो शौक़ है, वो हम बच्चों को भी राइट फ्रॉम द स्कूल टाइम ओनली भी प्रोवाइड देम. दैट इज़ बाय गिविंग देम द नेशनल कैडेट क्रॉप्स. द नेशनल कैडेट क्रॉप्स जो होते हैं कॉप्स, वो लोग क्या करते हैं कि जो बच्चे होते हैं बॉयज़ एंड गर्ल्स हु आर इन द स्कूल एंड कॉलेजेस, उनको हु आर इंटरेस्टेड वी टेक देम इन द NCC, that is National Cadet Corps, and give them the military training. Home Guard was been established right from the pre-independence, मतलब before independence से ही Home Guard शुरू हो गया था. यहाँ पे any man or any woman irrespective of any caste, religion or whatever it is, man or woman, but their age should be from 20 to 35. They can be a part of the home guard. उनको क्या करना है, मेंटेन पब्लिक सिक्योरिटी, मिल्क प्रोवाइड करना है. कभी भी कोई भी क्राइसिस आती है या नेचुरल डिज़ास्टर आता है, वहाँ पे लोगों को हेल्प करना, ट्रैफिक रेगुलेट करना, अगर कोई राइट्स या स्ट्राइक्स आता है वहाँ पे लोगों को उनको हेल्प प्रोवाइड करना. दिस इज़ द वर्क ऑफ द होम गार्ड. नाउ विल सी द नेक्स्ट वन, द challenges to India's security. Though we are having this powerful defense system, but let's see besides that which are the other challenges that India has to face. Challenges to India's security. Right from the time of independence, Pakistan and China have tried to threaten India's national security by wars. There are several disputes between India and Pakistan. Let's see. For example, the Kashmir issue, dispute over river water sharing, the problem of infiltration, dispute over the borders, etc. India has continually tried to solve these issues through discussion and negotiations. India and China are important countries in Asia. In 1962, we have had to go to a war with China. As China is trying to establish its own hegemony over countries that are India's neighbors, they are in tension in Sino-Indian relation. There is also a dispute between India and China over their borders. India's security is not only threatened by outside powers but also from within. It is not just the difference between external security, सिर्फ बाहर से इंडिया को नहीं ये प्रॉब्लम है, लेकिन इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी भी इम्पॉर्टेंट है. Religion, regionalism, several rebellious movement based on ideology, race, ethnicity, economic inequality are creating instability. For example, the Naxalite movement that we have already seen is a threat to India's internal security. Terrorism is the biggest challenge to India's internal security. It is a global problem and India is making effort to end terrorism. So India को सिर्फ बाहर की कंट्रीज से प्रॉब्लम थ्रेटन नहीं है, सिक्योरिटी उनकी थ्रेटन नहीं है, लेकिन इंटरनली भी हमें सिक्योरिटी, इंटरनल सिक्योरिटी भी हमारी डेंजर में है. यहाँ पे ह्यूमन सिक्योरिटी, सिर्फ नेशनल सिक्योरिटी इम्पॉर्टेंट नहीं है, लेकिन ह्यूमन सिक्योरिटी इज़ ऑल्सो वेरी इम्पॉर्टेंट. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस व्हाट विल हैपन कि हमें सिर्फ यही नहीं सोचना है कि ओके वी आर लिविंग, बट वी हैव टू हैव सच एन एटमॉस्फियर जहाँ पे पीस हो, हार्मनी हो, फ्रीडम हो. ऐसा नहीं कि वहाँ पे हमें हमेशा ऐसा डर लगा रहे कि मेरी जान को खतरा है. सो इट हैज़ टू बी, जो हमारे प्रॉब्लम्स है जैसे इलिटरेसी है, पॉवर्टी है, सुपरस्टिशन जो अंधविश्वास होता है, बैकवर्डनेस, इन सब को हमें ओवरकम करके हमें एक अच्छी रिस्पेक्टेबल लाइफ जीनी है. और यहाँ पे हमारे राइट्स को प्रोटेक्ट करने हैं. सिर्फ हमारी ही राइट्स नहीं, लेकिन माइनॉरिटीज़ एंड वीकर सेक्शन के भी राइट्स को हमें प्रोटेक्ट करना है. सो फॉर दैट human security is very, very important. Challenges to human security. The biggest challenge to human security is that of terrorism. Terrorism targets common innocent people. It aims at creating terror or fear in their minds so that they can begin to feel insecure. Thus, in order to protect human security, it is necessary to put an end to terrorism. Pollution and other changes in the environment have threatened human life. Diseases like AIDS, chikungunya, swine flu, Ebola have presented a big challenge. Protecting human beings from such diseases is also considered as a factor of human security. Nowadays we all are fighting with the disease, a pandemic, that is COVID-19. सो at this moment हमें भी ऐसे लगता है कि ह्यूमन सिक्योरिटी डेंजर में है. इट इज़ इन डेंजर because of this is a very big challenge to the human security. So students, in this chapter we have studied India's defense system. We have also tried to understand the change in the concept of security from national security to human security. In the next chapter, we shall study the United Nations, an international organization. We shall understand what effort it makes to ensure human security. So with this, students, I hope you have understood the chapter. Thank you. And students, you have to complete your book on time. We may ask you for the submission for the correction of the books. So please complete your book. Thank you.